What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Welcome to tonight's show. We got a great show lined up for you guys, and I'm actually waiting on some of my co-hosts. They all appear to be running late, and I don't know why my camera is acting up. Give me a second. Sorry about this. All right, let's see. For some reason, I have maybe there's something on the lens. Sorry. Get that cleaned off. There we go. That should work better. Hopefully that looks better. All right. Anyway, let's get to it. Tonight's show is our usual Monday night show. So, definitely here for you to, learn, laugh, and love. So we're going to do some laughing today. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be talking about our top five musicians, celebrity, internet celebrities, like comedians and influencers and things like that. And I wish this camera, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why this camera is acting up today. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. There we go. That should be better now. Boom. All right. Sorry about that. So we're going to be talking about all your favorite internet celebrities. Well, we're also going to get into some music today as well. Musicians, like singers, and what up, though, Smooth? All right, appreciations, bro. We're going to be talking about the singers. We're going to be talking about top groups in rap and singing and things like that. So we're going to get to that a little bit later because I know those are going to be some real debates for sure. So in the meantime, let me tell you guys, we're all about where you can find us. We are here on Monday nights at 10 p.m. As always. So you know how that goes. We bring you nothing but content, all kinds of ways for you to see our show, including our Monday night shows at 10 p.m. We have How to Hustle podcast with Hype on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. We also have Styles and Chevy Recap. We do those every Wednesday at 9 p.m. We have a show or a movie to talk about. We normally do Marvel shows, so make sure y'all get with us if you're into the Marvel universe. Sex with Sunny Live, 2 Fridays out the month. We just had an amazing, serious topic that we discussed on this past Friday's show where we talked about the effects of sexual abuse on your sex life. So make sure you go check that out on the replays and get with us on there. And each Sunday, 10 p.m. or on a Sunday, 10 p.m., got to get the guys back on the fans' perspective. They do sports. I know Dame's been under the weather, so we haven't been able to have a fans' perspective in a couple weeks. But hopefully, once he's back to 100%, we'll be seeing him on there soon. What up, though, Keela? What up, though? Appreciate you joining us. The guys are trying to get in. I know Hype is trying to get in. It looks like he's halfway on the fence getting in. Smooth is on his way to getting in here in a short second, so I'm just kind of filling in the time. But how you been, Keela? Appreciate you joining us as always. One of our star pupils for sure. You there, Hype?
Yeah, I got the baby with me. That's why I got the camera off. She's
no worries. Hey.
She all into the screen because she sees you on here talking. Hey, no. I'm here. Say hi, Mama. Hold on.
Oh, that's good, Keela. Appreciate you joining us. So,
go ahead. Say hi, Mama.
Hey, how you doing, little one? She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's you.
At me.
Look at you're a star now, girl.
Welcome to the show. So we're gonna get right into it. We have a lot to talk about here tonight. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about more. We just did a show about this a couple weeks ago. Top 5. We did actors and we did a bunch of stuff, bunch of categories the other day. Talked about all of that. So today we're going to do musicians, internet celebrities, things like that. So definitely comment. Let us know who your top 5s are. And Smooth said, beautiful baby.
Well, thank you. I do good work, Smooth.
No. She said, no. She was like, I all on my own. She's like,
she looked just like my. I ain't gonna hold you. She looks just like my brother and his oldest daughter looked just like me.
Oh wow, it'd be like that. That's the crazy part. It'd be just like that. It'd be just like that. All right, so let's get into it. I was just telling the folks, we're gonna do the internet stuff first because it's gonna be quicker. You know, not gonna be a lot of debate on this. The music, that's when the debates happen. You know, that's when people get into their feelings and they be like, oh man.
Well, we got a question about the musicians. Are we picking like our favorite artists or like who's the best with different instruments? Like how
no,
is
we're gonna get into it. Don't worry.
Right, copy that.
Don't worry. We're gonna get into
That's what they call a tease in the business.
Right. All right, so first things first. Everybody knows internet is all full of jokes. So first thing we're gonna start off with is these internet comedians. Okay. All right. So internet comedians. Type already told us that he too hard and too gangster for internet comedy. So
I'm trying to dominate my field.
Your daughter know the real. She like
that's because her ass is newsy and pushing the buttons on the screen. This is why my screen is off. Hold up.
Baby girl, like, nah.
So now she didn't
touch. He ain't that tough.
She didn't touch the damn thing. She got my screen messed up. Yeah, I really don't try to follow too many like celebrities and people doing these different things because I want to have just podcast shit in my feed so that way I know what's going on out there in that world. And that way you can dominate that lane if you know what's going on in that lane.
Right.
If you get caught up in too many videos that's funny for 20 minutes a day and 40 minutes a day, now you outside of your realm.
No doubt. No, hey, I you got a point. I do enough podcasts to not have to be watching podcasts all day. So I like to take a break. You know, I'm as everybody knows, I do 2 to 3 shows a week, and then which y'all may not know and Hype knows is that I also produce and run the page and run the website and host everything. So I do enough podcast work. I don't need no more. I promise. I am.
Oh, copy that. Episode 51. Give my man Willie a very big shout out next week on the episode when the young ladies from Detroit actually asked me something about the technical side, and I said no, my man handles all that for me.
Right. No doubt. What up, though, Smooth?
You gotta stop all that.
Oh no.
Assalamu
alaikum salam.
All right, so we're gonna talk about internet.
She heard you get a greetings.
Right. Oh,
Mama, you gotta relax.
So we're gonna get into the internet comedians first. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with mine. I don't know if Smooth's ready for that yet, but I'm gonna start with mine.
Yeah,
so this is off the top of my head. Some of the internet comedians I like. For first things first is 85 South. The trio of DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, and then I can never remember the third guy.
Chico Bean,
the funniest one.
Them guys those guys are hilarious. Wait, hold on, wait, no, Smooth. I mean, you don't know him. No, you don't follow.
I know them from Wilding Out, bro. I don't know them from the internet. I know them from Wilding Out on the television.
No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to speak. No, that's true though. 85 South, technically, the trio themselves, they have crossed over into mainstream media by going on Wilding Out. So that is true. You're right about that. But that's where they started. They all started on the internet. They were all I believe Chico was doing stand-up first, and then he went to Wilding Out, and now he's like in that whole social, between the social media and all that kind of stuff. But Carlos Miller and DC Young Fly both, got their start on Vine, on different, Twitter, stuff like that, internet comedy and stuff like that. So definitely those three brothers, as individually and as a group are some hilarious brothers. I'm not a big DC Young Fly fan when it comes to his individual stuff. I think some of his stand up is cool, but like some of the antics and stuff I'm not really into. But
he could sing. He could sing his ass off.
he could sing his ass
He
off.
could sing.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's an
yeah.
amazing singer and musician. And then when they all get together as a trio on stage doing the 85 South show, it's hilariously funny. So definitely.
See, he seems more like a if you knew him and we always hanging around funny kind of guy. Like I would never think to watch the DC comedy special because I don't think he's that kind of funny.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Yeah. I never really found him that kind of fun. Like he was funny. You know, he has his moments. Like
Yeah,
I
it'd be funny for y'all if y'all hanging. Like I said,
Yeah.
y'all watching the game and just y'all bidding and cracking jokes. Then yeah, he would be that kind of funny. But like we about to watch an hour and a half of DC Young Fly. Like I don't know about that.
Right. No,
I like how they have it set up though. I like how they had like when they do their shows, how all of them on stage and they doing their comedy. Like I think that's perfect for him. That's to Haim's point. That's the type of comedy they're doing. They're doing that. We just chilling, hanging out. It's all freestyle off the top. You know, I think they do a couple little bits, but for the most part, it seems like a very off the cuff type of show. So I think that's what makes it, so personable, relatable, and funny.
I mean, I want to say, didn't we talk about this a couple of weeks ago? Didn't we talk about them a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah. I think it was on either the after show or the post show. We talked about it a little bit. That's why we decided to do the show to kind of spotlight that.
RAC copy, because then I remember saying like I was communicating with them through my old podcast, trying to link something up with that situation.
Yes, yep. You mentioned that. Yep,
okay,
for sure,
yeah.
For sure. So yeah, Keela said she just seen 85 South on December 12th, and it was really funny. So yeah, so definitely, I give shout outs to them. Another internet comedian that I really enjoy is Kevin Fredericks, Kevin on Stage. He is hilarious. Like his thing is he's also one of those kind of more freestyle, off the cuff type of comedians. His stand up, I haven't seen a lot of it. I've only seen bits and pieces because he does, he charges for his online stand up, and I do want to purchase tickets to one of his online shows because he's that funny to me. So I'm like, I think I really want to see that and check it out. So Kevin Fredericks is another one, and then there was one more I wanted to mention. You got something smooth you want to put?
Yeah. One of my favorites is Tony Baker.
Oh yeah.
And he's a dope stand-up as well.
Yeah, he's a very dope stand-up. Yeah.
But the voiceovers he does is like that brought me back to Instagram. I had deleted my Instagram. And I was like, man, I seen one of his came across, because sometimes they do the little clips on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And I came across him again on YouTube, and I was like, man, he made me resubscribe to Instagram because he's
right.
Big Ja.
Big Ja, yes, Big Ja.
See, when I say Big Ja, it's a whole bunch of them that all do.
It's the whole California crew, right? It's my whole crew, a stupid crew. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They got Dean Will.
Yep. Minx, Troy Ave,
CT.
What's her name?
CT, I think is one of them. Ayana the artist.
Yep.
Yeah, so like that whole crew. And then when you talk about the Atlanta crew, I can't remember all their names. Fenarios.
Oh yeah, Fenario. Yeah.
Yeah, him and his little crew, they be doing their thing down there.
Lonnie is his name. Lonnie, the comedian Lonnie. Yep. Lonnie. He's funny. Yep. Him and his. I don't know who the girl is that's always with him. I think they dated for a long time.
Yeah.
No, both of them are hilarious, especially together. It's a girl from. I think she's from Chicago. She does a lot of stuff here in Detroit. She does a lot of stuff in Atlanta. And she ended up on All Def. All those people on All Def are usually hilarious. All Def Digital. So yeah, shout out to All Def Digital for bringing a lot of these internet personalities to a common platform that allowed them to shine. I definitely appreciated that.
And it's dope. Like I can't forget King Karan.
Oh yeah, King Karan. Yeah. He's a gamer now, but he was always hilarious in his skits and stuff.
Yeah. A lot of them dudes, man, they done went on. It's so many of them, bro. You can talk about Rennie.
Yes, Rennie.
He
he doing movies and stuff now. A lot of them done transition.
What up, though, Jamie? We just talked about 85 South.
Yep. A lot of them done transition into like
movies, TV, all kinds of stuff.
Woody, is it Woody? He on Power Ghost.
Okay.
Kane. He from the internet.
Okay.
IG, Woody the Great or something like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? He was a comedian doing skits on IG before
that nigga a comedian, Bobby Brown from New Edition.
Yeah. Yep. If you go on this page.
Yo, Sonny.
I think it's what's going on, Sonny. Yep. Woody the Great.
Yeah. So we there's a lot of internet comedians that have done big things. But yeah. So there's a lot of them, and that's the crazy thing. Like you said, it's like you see some that are still kind of like doing their internet thing, but you see a lot of them have crossed over as well. So definitely so you'll see them on a small screen, on a big screen, everywhere. So yeah, they get out there. Tonio's what is it? Tonio's the Latin guy, the light skinned Latin one. He does a lot of
I know what you're talking about. I know
TikToks now, but he was real big in Vine, really huge on Instagram. Does a few different skits and stuff and all kinds of things. He's on commercials now and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sonny. I brought Tony Breaker.
Actually, since you just mentioned it, let's talk about voiceovers. So, like you said, the king of voiceover, really, I think is Tony Baker. That's why I didn't mention him before. Okay. Tony Baker is like hilarious when he does these voiceovers. You're right, he's an amazing comedian though too. His stand-up is amazing, but for voiceovers, definitely Tony Baker. Oh my god, I knew I was going to do this. I was going to mess this up. The one that does, is it Clearance? Oh man, I'm sorry. I know I was going to mess this up. I'm not writing this down. But he has that crazy voice, and he's always talking. He's always doing like a kid voice, and on the little skits. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I know it. Because a friend of mine, she sends them to me all the time.
One of my
oh yeah, the Skibbity Paps.
Yeah. No, I mean Kirkpatrick. You feel me? But one of my I like some of the dudes who be doing the sports voiceovers. You got Filet.
Oh yeah.
He sang as well too.
Oh really?
Yes.
Okay.
Filet sang. Who else? Famous Los.
Yes. Famous Los is hilarious. And I don't even know nothing about sports, but he makes those sports clips hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Word up. Yeah. The voiceovers.
Ace Vane is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
He does the cartoon. Like he usually does DC comics, but he does some Marvel ones too. The cartoons, the old school cartoons, and he does voiceovers, creates whole skits behind them. Those are always hilarious. He's doing a new thing called the Space Sentinels. He just dropped, and then he had a whole series for the Loving Mary Jane. For Mary Jane Parker from Spider-Man, as well as he did this whole quarantine series. The quarantine series put him over the top right there. Because that was, I think it's like 46 videos, and they are hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Ha Davis.
Yep. He does a lot of voiceovers.
Yeah.
His skits are hilarious too.
Hard.
Yeah, right. He's one that started his own little thing too, little saying on the internet. He was the one that started made popular what is the thing he always says, and people be saying it all the time.
I know he the one that doubled up the words.
Yeah, the double. Yeah. That's it. Yep. Exactly. That's it.
Tripping.
Yeah, he tripping. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to remember.
Yeah.
He's the one that started that. He's the one that made that popular. Not Carlton Banks. He does a lot of church-based comedy. He plays like a lot of different roles in his little church-based comedies. Who's another one for voiceovers?
Christy Love. I'm not sure I heard of her, Sonny. Which one she do?
Christy, you haven't heard. I don't know if I've heard of Christy unless it's one of the ones I just I don't be knowing. Because some of them, you know how you don't be knowing the name, but you hear a lot of their content.
Mm-hmm.
B. Scott does that sometimes too.
I don't know how y'all feel. I'm not a big fan of hers. Just hilarious.
Oh, no, I like her. I like her skits and stuff. Well, you know, when she used to do skits. She hasn't done them in a long time.
Christy Show. I know who you talking about.
She's another one who would be probably like a funny to hang with type of person.
Yeah, exactly. But
I don't want to hear nothing you talking about, bro. Nothing. Nothing. You
again,
said
wilding out. Notice the hype hasn't said a word. My mic is on. I'm live. I'm being humble over here.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm giving him a lot of grief because he was just in the group text telling us that he was too gangster for comedy. So those are his exact words. How it came to my ears.
That was exactly how I said it, y'all.
Now I know who you talking about, Sonny. It took me a minute to think who you was talking about, Sonny. She the one that used to be Shirley. Or had a friend Shirley. She dressed up like she gonna.
Christy, yes. Oh my God, yeah, she is hilarious. She does the her girl Shirley, and she's always in the church dress. She's always in the church dress. Yeah, with the wig going.
Now
she's a good stand-up comedian too.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I did not know that. I did not know that. Yeah, so she makes the random songs, the church songs. Yeah,
her friend. Yep.
Yeah, Craig the Writer Stewart. That's the one that does a lot of those things. He's always talking about. I'm always drawing a blank on the names, but he's always throwing out these crazy names and stuff. And then like making up scenarios from these videos. So like though his voiceovers are like epic. His voiceovers are epic. Her friend is Ruby. Oh, Ruby. Yeah. What's the other thing? What's the another one I like that I just started kind of watching lately is Joshua Anel. I think I had posted before one of his videos where he did the thing where the skit where he went upstairs to get something and he couldn't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then his brain was up there like whoop dee doo. What did we come up here for? And then Rich Black Guy does a lot of great skits too. So
okay.
Yeah, he does a few voiceovers, but he does a lot of great skits too. Charlene, yeah. that's the girl's name, Charlene. All right, so next up, internet influencers. Now, I'm a little too gangster for the influencers, really, but there's a couple that's out there that I feel like should be named, like Erica Lachey, Lenezi. Lenezi actually has just been awarded for the Image Award. She's just, or not awarded, but she's just got a nomination for an Image Award. So definitely, she's doing her thing. Her real name is Lene Vinay. Y'all know her from the Parking Lot Pimpin', videos where she talks, she talks about like the kind of current events and how it affects Black people and things like that. I'm about to bring up her page here real quick because you'll know her when you see her.
Yeah, I remember you had posted her before.
Yeah. I posted a lot of her stuff because this girl is like amazing. Like her knowledge and the way she breaks things down is like next level. And she's definitely getting recognized now for she's getting NAACP Image Award nominee. I think for internet influencers. Trying to see if she has so this is one of her little mini videos from her parking lot pimping. Of course I can't play anything. I don't want to get flagged, but yeah, she's one of those influencers that are definitely on the rise, and it already has a huge following, but definitely on the rise. Erica Lachey is actually a musician, but she does a lot of she talks about a lot of social things. She talks of, she's a model, she's a musician, so she does a bunch of different things.
She's one of my favorites.
Oh, really? Say it again.
She's one of my favorites. I follow her on Twitter.
Okay.
Like a lot of the influencers, I follow them on specific sites.
Yeah.
Social media sites. I don't follow them across the board. Like I like her on Twitter. I ain't too fond of her Instagram. But
Right.
I like her on Twitter.
Yeah. Her Instagram, she does a mesh of, like, you see, she you know, she got her some of her modeling stuff, some of her art. She she does different things, and then when you catch her lives or her stories, that's when she kind of speaks more or expands more on what she does on Twitter and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Keela, those are my sentiments exactly.
Yeah, Keela says she just found out she don't know anything about the internet and where we see these people. Keila, you gotta be on Black Twitter, you gotta be on Black Instagram, you gotta be on.
Sonny made a point
Sonny
about
posted Issa. Yeah, my wife loves Issa.
Yeah. Issa would definitely fall under that. She's like, she hits a couple of different areas, right? She was big on YouTube with the Awkward Black Girl series. She crossed over to TV and movies, and then now she's pulling people up out of the folds and bringing them into the mainstream as well. So she's done a lot of big things. She's mentored what's her name, Marseille, how do you say her name? The young black girl that just became a producer and produced that one movie with, and Issa was starred in it with her.
I know you talk about. I don't know how to say her name either.
Yeah, Marseille, and she also has a new what's the name of that show? It's the it's on HBO with the black women comedies, the black woman sketch. Yeah, sketch show, Black Lady Sketch Show. That's what it's called, Black Lady Sketch Show. Yeah, so she helped that young lady start that show and get that on HBO. So yeah, Issa Rae, huge shout out to Issa Rae. She falls in a couple of different categories. She's kind of comedy because she's a comedy writer, but she's also a producer, director, actress.
I didn't know she started on her YouTube.
Yeah, that's what she started from.
Insecure was my wife's shit, and just started watching it with her.
Yeah, she was on Little and Blackish. Little was the movie.
Have something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even know she started on YouTube. I guess she must have been already on it from there.
Yeah. She was on there some years back. Yeah.
That's where I first heard of her from.
Yeah, me too. It was on YouTube. Yeah.
I got quite a few. The first one I'm gonna go with Brother Ben X.
Yes.
16 Keys. They all run together.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Polite.
The funny thing to me with Polite, I did not like Polite back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what it was a few years ago. It might have been some stuff to do with when just before the pandemic, but during like the whole social injustice, things. And it was some of the things he was talking about and some of the things he was kind of like doing, because he only did a couple of debates at that time, but it was a couple of things that he was talking about. And I just got way more respect for him and started to kind of really follow him a little bit more. Anytime stuff would pop up with him, I would definitely look into it, because like that brother, that's a smart brother right there.
Hell yeah. And they just tried to get him out of here. They tried to accuse him of sexual assault of a minor.
Oh God, are you serious?
Yeah, but it was actually one of his I guess one of his wives or whatever, ex-wives or whatever.
Oh,
kids. Really? Yeah. Oh, but it got dismissed. Oh. Who else? I'm gonna go with
this is why I hate those sexual assault situations. I don't mean to derail the conversation, but just because anybody can say anything about you with no type of evidence, and now your whole name is just slandered.
Yeah.
That shit ain't cool. That makes you feel bad for the one or two people, or not even one or two, but the people that it actually happens to.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You won the lottery, and now they come out of the woodwork saying, "I ain't touched me back in '94."
Word up. A lot of those brothers, Brother Polite, oh my goodness, I'm drawing Professor Professor James Smalls. Yeah. Professor James Smalls. Like, they all be on. I mentioned it on here a couple times, Sonetta TV.
Oh, okay. Right, Sonetta, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's why I came like years ago, like probably damn near 10 years ago. That's why I came across Polite, and shoot, Captain Cesariak. That's why I came across Professor James Smalls. He used to be with Malcolm and all them back in the day.
Right.
Who else? Let's go to financial literacy. Yvette Cardinell.
Mhm.
She's big on Twitter. She the one, if y'all her, and her, I forget the brother name. She used to be with Boyce Watkins. She used to be on Watkins Network all the time. And then her and him had a falling out. I still like Boyce. I like Yvette. They the one that came up with that ADOS.
Mhm.
The American Descendants of Slaves.
Right.
They came up with that terminology. Now, when you go on Twitter, you see that everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so she's real big. She more so on the her and Boyce, they on like the financial side of things.
Right.
And that's why I like listening to them. Now, I mean, they about Black financial literacy and teaching. So they bring a lot of information. So those are some of the ones I influencers I like. And you got to give this man respect. I call him the GOAT to all of this. Joe Budden. I know a lot, what I mean, not only was he one of my Jersey, not only is he one of my favorite rappers, but his mixtape Mood Music series. If y'all ain't never listened to it, go listen to it.
Yeah, that's a great mixtape series.
But Joe kind of started this, to be quite honest with you. Now, I mean, for all the way back, you go back like he even got it on his channel, but I remember back 10, 12 years ago with the Joe Budden TV.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Everybody, he was one of the first ones that did the record deal through the internet and all of that.
Oh, okay.
So Amalgam Digital, I think that was the name of the group, the company, the entity that he did the deal with.
Right.
He was like one of the first ones to do that. And then as far as the podcast now, Sonny, I ain't gonna say he started the podcast, but he made it more popular because actually this one started around the same time as the Joe Budden podcast. Our podcast started around there.
Oh yeah. We started, I think, just before. Well, y'all started just before his podcast started. And I remember listening to, because it used to be called the podcast has no name, or I'll name the podcast
later. Yep. You know what I mean? So I give him a lot of because he the one that pushed it so forward, made it so popular that now people are able to monetize it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So you got to get him and oh man, he died.
Let me jump into there.
Jack, what's his name? Jack. What was his first name though? He used to do a lot of hip hop interviews. I forget his name. The other dude too, he locked up right now. He got locked up with that shooting with Give me a second.
Yeah, gotta think about that one. Go ahead, Haim. You got the I put the podcasters up. Now go ahead, Haim. Now this all on you.
I was piggybacking on where Smooth was going with the podcast situation, because I was going to say, for me, it was Bill Simmons, the boy who runs the Ringer.
Yeah. Bill Simmons.
First time I heard the podcast, it was like trade deadline, or it was like rumors in the summer for trades and shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? That they got an hour and a half and they just talking about all of the rumors and shit. Mm-hmm. So for me, Vicious Sports Boy was like, what the fuck is this? Then you start diving more into it, and he built his whole situation. He sold that shit for billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. So
Jalen Rose.
For me, he got Jalen Rose. He put Jalen Rose on,
Yeah, he put Jalen Rose on, yep.
Yeah. So yeah, if we're gonna go start it off with the podcasters, Bill Simmons will be number one because he's the goal. To sell your company for billions of dollars is, we're all in this to monetize. Right. He monetized like no other. So he will be my number one. Now these is gonna be a lot of these are underground names. These aren't people on the mainstream who nobody would know. But these will be the people that I personally fuck with. My man out of Dallas, Texas, TJ from It's Better This Way. My man Big Dan from the BTG podcast. Nah from the Two Kings 215 podcast. Justin Tachi from What Up Though out in Detroit. Like, it's a lot of people on the independent podcast scene. That's why I said, for me, this is all I follow is podcast people.
All right.
So it's like, that's why I said, like, I I don't be really trying to make it seem like I'll be above doing other shit, but it's like for me, when it comes to social media, I'm only on social media for promotional purposes.
Right.
Any of the other shit is like I ain't here for that. My whole job when I get here, like I had an Instagram 3 years before I made a post on that Instagram. I made it, didn't know nothing about none of this shit. I figured it out once we had something to promote, once we started doing a show.
Gotcha.
So for me, it'd be like you got to get on the ground and see what's going on in that world and in that lane. That's how I can be able to reach people across the world with this shit, is because that's all I'm doing.
Right.
So, other than like watching the game or whatever, like I ain't got nothing else going on other than that. And, custom hustle, jerseys, jackets, sweatsuits, H2H cleaning and all of that good stuff.
Right.
2 p.m. every Tuesday, GTF Radio Network. GFC
So-
Radio Network.
Yeah, so for me, some of my favorites right now will
Tax
be
Stone. I'm sorry, Tax Stone. Before I skip my mind,
You said Jack Stone?
Tax Stone. That was
Tax
the name
Stone.
of the pocket.
Tax Stone. Okay.
He the one that got into it with Troy Ave at the thing at the T.I. concert.
Right.
Yeah, I mean he was a big time popular podcaster too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the ones I've been listening to lately are Sex, Love, and Alchemy. Shout out to Detroit Alchemy. She's one of my favorite internet kind of like personalities. She's not really a personality. She's more of an internet businesswoman, but she does a lot of different things. And she started a podcast. Actually, she started about a couple years ago, but she only did a couple of episodes. But lately, she's been dropping episode after episode on her Sex, Love, and Alchemy podcast. She turned me on to Why Lie with Tarek Haddad, and his podcast is real and raw. Of course, shout out to my man Hype, his podcast, How to Hustle podcast with Hype. Definitely one of my favorites. OLF podcast was definitely one of my favorites as well when Hype was on there for sure. I still check them out every now and then.
About to say that's my same mom, same dad, brother. Me and Boar. Boar's
no doubt.
room is where I record How to Hustle from his childhood room. Those is my brothers. I grew up with all of them niggas. Ain't personal, it's just business.
No doubt. And then heard that with Marissa. It's a local podcast here in Monroe, so definitely check them out every now and then as well. She's had some really big shows. And that's the thing about podcasting. It's like there's so many different voices out here, but it's always good to hear some new voices, some new folks who you just don't get access to on other avenues, but hearing their voices talking about different topics and things like that, and different ideas is always great to listen to.
See, that's the thing I love about this shit is you can reach across the country and find somebody who thinks exactly how you think, move exactly how you move, and you would have never met that person though from Mississippi, from Detroit, from Atlanta, from Houston. You'd have never connected with that person if it not be for these different platforms that people speak on every week.
Yeah. I was just listening to your podcast, Hank. I think it was last week.
Aaron Dante.
Yeah, from Baltimore.
Aaron Dante. Shouts out to Aaron. He was putting me on some shit, bro.
Yeah, he was. I was listening to him, and I thought that was a dope ass interview. He gave a lot of information, and y'all was right about when you was making a point about. Both of y'all made the point about how people, oh man, because
want to start a podcast.
Yeah, because it was crazy. It popped up on my Twitter today as well. This was so funny about it. It was like dudes just be on the corner. They had their first deep conversation and be like, you know what? Let me go start a podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like Hyping and was saying, like, man, you only got like 5 episodes, and you've been doing this for a year and a half. So like, you really ain't putting in the work. Exactly. One of my favorites though is Cory Holcomb podcast. If y'all never heard the 5150 show. Now, let me explain something.
He's another one from Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
Why I know who he is too, Willie.
Yeah. I know him from the stand-up from back in the day.
Yeah, I know him from stand-up back in the day. He's from the area, yeah.
He like Patrice O'Neal Light. That's what I always called him. Patrice O'Neal Light. Like that's their comedy kind of similar. But his podcast is hilarious. I do a lot of sports basketball. Let me shout out to Jarrell and Fresco, the podcast brothers, because they started not too long after we started. If anybody don't know, they from Trenton as well. And you know, and we done collaborated quite a few times. You know, we piggyback some information off of them. They got some information from us early on how to maneuver. But like Hype said, the best part about this is connecting with people all over the country. You know what I mean? I done been able to interview people for my blog site because of this and everything. So you know what I mean? Like, this shit dope.
Indeed.
Bro, I had people send me gifts when my daughter was born. Like, people were like, yo, damn, congratulations, y'all had the baby. Especially for my daughter was born. Y'all know this. My daughter was born in the middle of the pandemic. My wife was pregnant when all that shit started. So for us, the baby shower was all us. It was like you get a bag from grandmom, you get a bag from the other grandmom, and that was it. So all that shit was, you know, on us. So for even the nigga to send an outfit or two, it's like, damn, that's fucking crazy. Just because that's why I always tell people, niggas tune in every week to find out why you melt cheese on a sandwich. Right. Because it don't matter what you talking about. They just fuck with you enough that they gonna listen to it. He must got an angle for this shit. Let's hear it.
Right.
Word up.
Yeah, like we all said, our favorite podcast, of course, our most favorite, the GFT Radio Show. The GFT Radio Network.
I think we didn't want to show no bias and mention us as why, you know.
I show extreme bias. I show extreme bias.
I know, right?
If we was going to take it there, then we would see if we would have brought that up, then we would have been gangbanging Sonny. So I didn't want to do that while she wasn't here, you know. Shouts out to Dame too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Dame.
So now we gotta get into the debates. First things first. We're gonna talk about each of these categories. I'm gonna name all the categories so y'all have an idea where we're going. And then we're gonna start off with the first one. So first things first, we're gonna talk about top male rappers, top female rappers, top male singers, female singers. Then we're gonna get into rap groups, and then singing groups, male, female. Like that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody clear? So now we can do musicians and stuff like that too if you want, but I wasn't thinking about that until Mike just mentioned it earlier. But you know, like real musicians, like you know, but that's such a broad thing.
Yeah.
See, copy. That's where I was taking it. I'm like, man, we going musicians. How the fuck are we supposed to? Who's playing the best drum solo? Like, what we doing?
Right. She's not gonna let Fanu finish.
Beyonce with the Beyonce, yeah.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Smooth. You can bring up all you want now. She only in the comments. We can
exactly.
Bring her up 4 times. Smooth. She's the best drum soloist. She's the best dancer. She's the best actor. She's everything.
All right. So the first category we're gonna start with is top male rappers. Top male rappers.
Personal favorites, or
right? Who's better or who's my favorite? Is that different?
This is all just about your personal preference. It doesn't have to align with society's viewpoints. You can start naming local rappers if you want. We're not gonna judge you. We're not gonna judge you.
For me, I could give you 5 right off the top. Since we're not including
appreciate that, Jamie. Appreciate that. He said number 1, GFT.
Yes, appreciate you, Jamie. AZ.
There you go.
AZ. Okay.
Yeah, AZ. And if ain't nobody know,
from the rip.
Yeah, he just dropped the album not too long ago too. Go check that out. It's a banger. I'm gonna go Biggie. Biggie was my personal favorite always growing up. I think Life After Death is flawless, in my personal opinion. You feel me? Even though, you know what I mean, it's just flawless for me. I think it's the greatest hip hop album ever. I'm gonna go with, I got Hove in there. East Trenton grew me, had me skipping school. You feel me? That's one of my favorite lines from Hove. You feel me? Because he was talking about right here in my neighborhood. So Hove, I got X. I actually got X ahead of Hove, to be honest with you, as far as my personal favorite. I actually got X ahead of Hove.
Tommy Buns.
Yeah. I actually go back and forth. Like I said, between. I got Nas there too. I go back and forth. You catch me on which day. I might take Nas over everybody. You feel me? Or I might take AZ over everybody, or I might take Hov. But those fuck my right off the top. Those my top 5.
All right. Go ahead, Hank.
I got a lot, but those just
Right.
If we want to go with my personal 5, all right. Like I said, Bor is my same mom, same dad, brother. Bor was one of the hottest niggas I ever heard in my life. He was just lazy as fuck. And I would always tell him that, like, Puff ain't gonna come walking down the corner, Bor. He's not gonna come down here where we're at. Like, but he had all this shit and he had all the bars in the world for you, hooks and all of that. So I mean, niggas call me biased, but that's my brother. He was number 1 on my list. Number 2, I always say Biggie is better than Tupac, but Tupac is my favorite. The feeling in 1995, I can never let go. The feeling in 96 as a kid, like when that Pac shit dropped, boy. First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
Yes.
Bro, that's my favorite song ever. I was a stone cold kid, had no business singing this shit, but I knew it word for word.
Exactly.
If we go to number 3, we talking my favorites, Jadakiss. Jadakiss at like 20, 25. Jadakiss, like people just pumping him up about the versus situation, but in the last 25 years, you can't name that shitty Jadakiss joint. Like, even if you didn't really like even some joints just is hit and miss with you, but it would be like he wasn't struggling. Some niggas you can hear like, oh, he couldn't catch the beat. He really wasn't on it. It didn't sound right.
I feel like Jaime being fair right now because
what's going on?
Because I would have, Jada and Styles right there for me.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I was saving them for the group.
Oh right.
See, this is the levels of legendariness. You can be in more than one category.
Right. That's true.
Because you stepping on my man Styles P, who's coming up soon.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
See, Styles P again. He has too many joints where he put out so much shit that all of this cannot be hot because you can't have a 40-song mixtape and you go 40 for 40. It's just not possible. But he'll have 8 joints on there and you'll go, what the fuck? He is killing his joints. You got to have Styles on here.
Yeah, Styles is hands down one of my favorite lyricists.
Yes.
And you absolutely can't. I don't believe, again, just because it's age and time, which you get a little older and I understand why you wouldn't have this man on your list if you weren't there to feel it. Biggie, you have to have Biggie on any of these lists. Like, again, I was Tupac Biggie in the middle of the whole situation, and you already know you was fuck that nigga. And once you listen back to that shit now, then you can still play that Biggie shit and be like, he is washing Pac on these Johns. I'm sorry that he's washing Pac on these Johns, but he is. You absolutely have to have Biggie, and he cannot be number 5 on the list.
Yeah, I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
I feel like Biggie had so much, like his what's it called, his demeanor, his braggadocious, his and then to have the money behind it to push the production skills of that was like it was unstoppable.
He had the whole package.
He had the whole package.
And this was the crazy part about it. He was a fat, dark-skinned nigga.
Right.
Like fat and dark skin wasn't never making that happen. Heavy D was talking some shit, but it wasn't like Biggie. Right. And he was fat, light skin, which is different than fat, dark skin. Black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks.
Killing him.
What you know how hype I was the first time I got a Coogee, bro?
I'm still waiting for my first Coogee.
Navajos creep me in they teepees. Nigga had you drinking them Welch's grapes.
Right, exactly. All right, so my top. So I got a lot of mainstream in here. I got a lot of I go with the people that just touch me. So top rappers for me, and I know Sonny gonna have some comments. Jay-Z.
Beyonce.
Jay-Z is my number 1 favorite rapper of all time. Tupac. I was definitely a Tupac fan before I was ever a Biggie fan. So Tupac sits right at the top there. Definitely, I feel like Tupac and Jay-Z. I feel like if Tupac had more time, he would you know, he would have fully surpassed a Jay-Z. He would have always probably been trailing a Biggie, but he would have surpassed a Jay-Z in my eyes.
I feel like he would have went in so many different directions other than just music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think so too.
More
Next
so on
up
the
for
Ice
me-
Cube tip, like on that tip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next
My
up
bad,
for
I'm
me is
jumping all in
Lil
you.
Wayne. I just can't argue with his lyrical skills. I mean ever since he was a kid, he's always had, you know, unique and broad lyrical skills. Not the best lyricist ever, but definitely one of the most prolific.
You know who is his biggest influence?
Who's that?
Gilly.
Nope. Missy.
Missy Elliott?
Yeah.
Oh, because of the style. Got
Yeah,
you.
he
That
said,
style.
Yeah, he did an interview. He's like, if you go back and he said, you watch me when I first started, he's like, that's all Missy. Especially with the ad libs.
Ad-libs
He's
and
like,
stuff.
he used to do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? He said he got his whole style from Missy.
Wow, nice. Okay. I'm with it. Next up for me, of course, Detroit's own Eminem. Just, you know, you just can't deny that. I mean, that's the one white man I will allow in all my lists. Just because
Eminem Show, one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, he did. He just did it so well. I mean, he had a couple of misses when it comes to his albums, but for the most part, he's been one of those unstoppable forces in the rap game.
Eminem washed 50 on Get Rich or Die Trying, yo.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That album, again, you can say whatever you want about 50 now, but that album was a classic. And
50
Eminem had the best.
there.
Eminem had the best verse on that whole album.
No doubt. Yeah, it's hard to put Eminem on an album with you because then you taking a big risk. Taking a big risk. And then my number 5 spot it's a toss up for me. It's a tie for me between Biggie and Kendrick Lamar. Biggie would be slightly ahead of Kendrick, of course, because I mean arguably one of the greatest rappers of all time, one of the most influential rappers of all time, and one of the biggest names of our generation. So, you know, definitely can't deny that. But Kendrick is definitely on his way to being that, as long as he keeps it going. I feel like he's done a lot to be prolific in terms of making an impact. You know, his albums are just classic albums. Like, you just can't deny the classic albums, the storytelling, the lyricism, and just the thought process that goes behind each one of those albums. You know, he doesn't rush the process, right? You know, he only comes out every so often. He's not one of these rappers that are just trying to drop albums just to be dropping albums. So I definitely respect that. Consolation list. Give us your consolation list.
Okay, my consolation list.
Okay, so we are going here. Copy. Because I had a couple of niggas that was like, damn, I can't believe I didn't see it.
I know, you're right. Everybody itching like,
Copy.
we got some more, really. I mean, to be honest, we got some more.
Yeah. First and foremost, Trenton Zone, wise, intelligent, PRT, poor righteous teachers.
Oh, poor righteous teachers, yes.
Yeah. So wise.
He was all the way back.
Yeah. Trenton Zone. I mentioned him earlier, Joe Button.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people, I'm telling you, I'll go back and listen to his mixtape series from the Mew Musics to
I've always been a huge
like Button to the
Triangle Offense, bro.
Yeah, Fab. I was just about to say Fab. I got Fab in there. I think Fab, people got to give respect to Fab. I'm gonna pose a question.
That cold summer, and that Freddie vs. Jason with bro.
Like Fab been doing this for about 20
Friday night freestyles, bro.
Yeah, like he kept himself relevant through all the eras. Through all the eras, he kept himself relevant. Who else?
Shit, we had Mr. Cheats down 24th Street in the bar back in the day.
I was gonna say them, son, to the groups. But Rick Ross, I don't think people give Rick Ross his credit. I think Rick Ross got a lot of dope music. He's not no lyricist, but if you just listen, like he got a lot of music you could just ride out to.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like Port of Miami too. Like to me, it's no really
nothing bad on that one. Yeah,
it's like it's nothing bad. You feel me? So like Rick right up there with me too. I'm gonna keep it south. Like I don't know why.
So my problem with him though is you rapping about Rick Ross life though. It's my issue with that one.
It depends. If you listen to a lot of his music, it really ain't. He really ain't coming like, you know. If anything, he be talking about the Zoes more than he talk about reference Rick. You know,
he don't even talk about Rick that much.
Yeah, he don't really talk about.
I think he might have mentioned him in like 2 songs. That's it.
Yeah,
just because you don't mention me, don't mean that you ain't talking about me. You don't want to be that blatant. You already stole my name.
I think. I think that's what it is. It's the name. But,
it's the name.
Yeah, but Luda,
like Ludacris, yes,
like
Ludacris, one of my #1 rappers back in the day when I was growing up, man.
You put Luda on any. I don't care who your favorite lyricist is. I don't care if it's Eminem, Jay, Nas, Jadakiss, Fat, whatever. Because he liable to did a song with all of them, and on certain songs he outshined whoever. You know what I mean? So like, I got Luda up there.
Yeah, he killed it during his verses. That's for sure.
Yeah.
When he did that, what's the name? That's on the Stomp John on Young Buck album. He killed T.I. T.I. is my man, but
T.I. another one. Yep.
T.I. is my man, but Ludacris was getting out on T.I.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who your constellations, right?
Since I just bought him up, I throw him out there first. T.I. is one of my favorites. That what's the name? King album is a classic.
Yeah.
T.I. versus T.I.P. album is hot. Paper Trail is the shit.
That's my shit.
See these down south dudes. I got a lot of them niggas. Like this is one a lot of people don't be agreeing with.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't be agreeing with this one. Yo Gotti. Yeah. Bro. The first this is how I got into Yo Gotti. That what's the name? The CM5 or CM7 mixtape. The John Liar. When he took a couple pics, now you a model. He was killing all them. Just like you know how many chicks start posing under trees and now this bitch is a model. Like when you working at Walgreens last week?
Terrible.
Jeezy was another one.
When
Trapper, my man was living in Tennessee with his dad, and he came back home for the summer with the Trapper Die mixtape from down there, because the one that they had down there wasn't the same one that we got up here. It had like 90% of the same stuff, but it wasn't all the same stuff. Right. So Icy had came out then, and that was the mainstream joint, and I'm like, oh no, I don't fuck with this joint. And when Cuz put that mixtape on, that shit was a whole nother level. Another one we talking about now, you said bring up some local shit. Spade from Major Figures.
Okay.
Spade was my favorite. Spade was my favorite rapper, like back in them days. Do you know how salty I was when that nigga got locked up? You'd have thought one of my homies got booked.
Dutch and Spade, niggas are trying to fuck with Dutch and Spade.
Dutch and Spade, we had them on OLF, and I told that nigga when I met him, bro, do you know how salty I was when you went to jail? Because you was my favorite rapper.
Right.
You better.
I give you two more. Gotta give you Beans.
Okay.
Beans.
Okay. Okay. I was saving this
for sure.
No, see, especially too, Beans grew up on my aunt block. So Beans was somebody I had been seeing since forever because he grew up down the street from my aunt.
Okay.
And I gotta go here too. Cree. I had Cree on episode like 48 when we talked about the murder rate in the city.
Okay, yeah.
Cree was like another one of them niggas who Cree storytelling on these joints. Like if you listen to his joint, what is this shit called? Homewrecker. Because now he's trying to work on turning that shit into something else. But he got this joint Homewrecker. Like he got his storytelling is like immaculate. And I'm trying to tell him like, bro, if you can write songs and make it that vivid, you could write a script, because if you could paint a picture in 3 minutes, you just extrapolate it and make it a little bigger, but it's the same shit. Right. But yeah, Cree was another one. That was another one of my favorites.
Nice.
Can I go back to a name he had said when he said Jeezy? Sonny Cavalli.
Memphis Bleak too. That was my man in '98.
Oh yeah, Memphis
Bleak.
Memphis, the understanding. That's my point.
The problem with Bleak was he was with Hove and Beans. It's the same problem that you got with Sheik. He's with Kiss and Styles.
Right. Yeah. Sheik Luch is an amazing rapper, but
Sheik is
Taxes album. The After Taxes. But
Bro,
Sonny can tell you.
Did you ever hear the joint with Anthony Hamilton coming from
Yeah.
where I'm from, Chic John?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know about them type joints.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Go ahead, though.
Nah, I was gonna say when you said Jeezy, right? Sonny could tell you, like Trenton, when Jeezy dropped that first album, Thug Motivation. Now the city of Trenton was mainly blood everywhere you turn. Bloods everywhere. But out of every car, all you heard was Jeezy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Bloods riding around banging a Crip nigga. You feel me? That shit was crazy. You know what I mean? Some of them was like, they would even look at each other and say it like, damn, it's crazy. We out here listening to this Crip nigga. It's like, yeah, I see. That's how on fire. That's how on fire.
When Jeezy shit hit, it's the same thing. Like you said, like Pac gave you that feeling. DMX gave you that feeling. The first time you heard that shit, when you first seen Get At Me Dog video and that shit is flashing and all of that, that shit hit you different. The first time Pac came on that joint and said, first off, fuck you, that shit hit you different when them niggas came out. Like,
Sonny said that's her diss to everybody.
I'm telling you, girl.
Now, one thing about Pac, I will say though, that first album, outside of Brenda Had a Baby, that shit was utter garbage. Like he should have been ashamed of putting that shit out.
Oh, he's on Tupac Live Now?
Huh?
Tupac.
Yeah, that album was garbage.
It was other songs in there I liked. It was other songs. I think there was a lot of garbage on there, but there was a couple songs. It was Brenda's Got a Baby. There was a couple more though. There was a couple more that I thought I liked that I felt like was good songs. But no, I think also you had to be in a certain either mindset or had to be there the way his music read back then. And then he got more inclusive in his later work. And it became a little bit easier to follow, That's why I think I had a problem with. I could tell back then that it was like, it
sounded like it was more like just noise.
Exactly. Yeah. He was trying to say something, but he wasn't really coming across.
Exactly.
So that would be the problem sometime with Pac when he would just be throwing too much shit together at the same time. Eventually, it's going to get repetitive. Like, go ahead, Sonny. You were saying?
Yeah, Sonny says that her top 4 is Nas, Tupac, Biggie, and DMX. It was a little too hard for her to pick a 5th, but her consolation list includes Talib Kweli, Mr. Cheeks, and Most Def. Brittany said that she loves Rick Ross because he really kills. She says that she can rap lights, camera, action, word for word.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Sonny said yes to Luda as well. She said she remember him on the I'm So Hood remix where he says he should have been on the original version.
Yeah.
She did, and she agreed with the Beans as well. She did ask, "What's our thought on the game?" Now, I do like Game. He's got some really great songs, and if I'm not mistaken, about 2 good classic albums. But I think it's like he kind of rides this wave of putting out a lot of music that doesn't really,
I think he fell victim to the same thing 50 did. Mm-hmm. He loved it. It was so much of him in the beginning that love turned to hate quickly. So a lot of people tuned out. Like 50 still made really, really good music way after Get Rich or Die Trying. You feel me? It's just that people tuned him out because he was doing so much other stuff. And I think that's what happened with Game. The Game does not have a whack album. He does not have a corny album. Right. Like you said, he probably got about 2. I argue the documentary, LAX, and it's another one. I can't think of the damn name right now. Yeah. But that's a possible classic as well. It's not the last one was great. The last one he just dropped out.
The last album, he just did. Yeah. What was it called? Not Born to Rap. It was another one. Hold on, I'm bringing up the discography now. So he's got the it was Born to Rap was the last one. Okay, Born to Rap. Yeah,
Born to Rap. Yeah, that's what was the one?
The Red LP or the Red album?
Was it the Red album? Because the Red album
that one I believe was big. Documentary.
Yeah.
Doctor's Advocate, LAX, the Red Album.
It's the Red Album.
Documentary 2. All of those were number 1 or number 2 on all the charts.
Yeah.
The Jesus Piece was number 1 on all the rap charts, number 6 on the US chart. Documentary 2.5 was number 2. 1992 dropped in 2016. That was a number 1 album. And then Born to Rap was his most recent album in 2019.
Yeah, he got some slaps, man. Boy, but like, you know, he got into the controversy. He always name dropping, and stuff like that. Like he be doing stuff on social media that turn people off. So, you know, that's what hurt them.
Yeah. Sonny said most of his game stuff is fire. She said that the documentary was her fave. Yeah, I think documentary was my favorite. LAX was another favorite of mine. Red Album was a big favorite of mine. Like that album right there for me was huge. Documentary 2, I remember a lot of songs on there that I really enjoyed. And Born to Rap, I believe I did like a few songs on there. I can't remember anything off the top of my head at this moment, but I know if I go to it, there's.
You got the Wu-Tang joint on there. You got the Wu-Tang joint on there. You got the one I asked you to play. Something Diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
He got a couple joints.
Yeah.
Hype said he wanted to go last. What's your thoughts on him, Hype?
I don't think Game can rap at all. I think Game exposed himself on what was the joint? It was like 9 minutes.
The Blood.
You remember that? Was the One Blood was the joint?
Or what? Or
it wasn't One Blood.
It's the one where he was dissing everybody
when the beat kept switching on him.
Yeah.
I think he exposed himself on that joint. He exposed that he couldn't really rap. He just talking like. See, to me, it's two niggas who just talk and they don't actually rap. It's him and Jim Jones. See, Jim Jones got style, flavor, and swagger with his shit. So his shit, he know he can't rap, but the way he talk his shit is different. Game just sounds like he's talking and the beat just happens to be on. And if it goes with this beat, it goes with this beat. And if it don't, it don't. Y'all completely lost me with this Game shit.
I agree with you with Jim in the beginning, but his last Wasted Talent and El Capo.
Don't give me
you can't come for Jim. Yeah, Jim is one of my favorite New York rappers.
No,
like he's rapping.
Y'all didn't see. Hold up, y'all didn't listen to me here. Hustler's POD is not a classic, but it's right under. Because to me, a classic is like 10. It got to be at least 10 songs on here that are hits for me to go to classic, or a certain percentage of your album. But Hustler's POD is the shit. But even then, that was his first joint. You can tell, like, he can't, like, even the versus joint, when he's going up against Jadakiss and Styles and Sheik, he can't go with these niggas because he can't rap like that. He can talk his shit and make a hot song. That's why I said he can talk his shit to make a hot song. But if we just put on a beat and go on the Hot 97th and we gonna bomb on some shit, he can't do that. He ain't got that in his joint.
That's my point.
And that's what Game exposed himself, because Game went up there to do that and it didn't work.
His Jim last couple albums. See, that's what the thing about the verses. See, the verses that you can only put your popular shit on.
Yeah,
you feel me? So he had to sing the songs that everybody knew that was early. But these last couple albums, like Jimmy been rapping.
Yeah, he do.
Jimmy been rapping. Yeah. And with Game, even just Born to Rap, I think that's why he named that specifically for critics like what Hype's saying, because I heard that criticism before. But when you listen to Born to Rap, and if you go back and listen to Red, you're like, yeah.
I know, that's why I love the Red album. That Red album was killer.
Yeah,
that Red album was
killer. Game lost me years. Games lost me years ago.
Yeah. See, I don't judge rappers based on one or two missteps or one or two bad, whatever. Especially if they got a lot of content. They got a lot of content that I'll roll through and figure it out. But I mean, some people just make trash music in general, right? Yeah. But then there's some people who grow through their music, and Game is one of those people who's definitely grown. I thought he did great music when he was younger. I thought he had a few missteps in the middle that were like songs, but I felt like these albums continued to be good albums. And then his latest albums have been really good. Jim Jones, I definitely feel like he's one of those rappers that, not rappers. He's one of those gangsters that decided to rap, right? He was one of those people that decided, I'm going to be a rapper. and I got friends that are rappers, so I'm gonna get on the phone and I'm gonna call it rap, right? And then over time, he started to really develop his skills. Like you said, like the song or the songs, the albums that he dropped, I felt like On My Way to Church, I felt like that was his first studio album, and I felt like it was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't good. It was just okay. Diary of a Summer, though, Harlem Diary of a Summer was a great album. Like that album to me, like he stepped it up. Like he literally kind of figured it out. When he got to Hustle Street, he blew me away. It was like, okay, now you're a real rapper. Like that's when I felt
a lot of people don't even know about Summer with Miami though, that he had dropped the Hove disc that came out way before Hustler's POD. Niggas don't even know about that joint. That joint was on a mixtape. Right. That's why I said, that's why I said don't lose me here, because like I said, Styles is one of my favorite ever. Styles is going to give you entirely too much music. The difference there, and when somebody gives you entirely too much music, he's going to be hit and miss. There's no way possible
and I disagree with you about that with Styles. I was just on Twitter the other day arguing with people, and it's crazy that we talking about these two. I said over the past 3 to 4 years, Styles and Jim Jones have been the most consistent and put out the best quality of music. Like that, if you go back and listen over, Styles had put, like you said, he put out a lot of work. He put out SP the GOAT, Ghostin', Dime Piece, like Dime Bag, excuse me. Like he put out a lot of projects over these past 4 years, and all of them been fired. And Jim too. Like I think outside of them and Griselda, like I feel like that over the past couple years, like them two been putting out the best quality of music.
Busy. That's true. Yeah. Styles David. The mixtape from a couple years ago. That was a hot one. SB the GOAT, Ghost of All Time. That one was a great one. Dime Bag was a great one. A lot
of people don't know, like Time is Money. Styles Time is Money that 50 got pushed to stop that album. That was a classic album. Like that joint was the shit, and then a lot of people never even heard that joint.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you catch me on the right day, I'm taking Styles over Jada. I'm telling you, like.
Me too. No, that's me too. I'm from a lyrical standpoint. As for me, it's Styles over Jada.
Yeah.
I mean, because low key,
I can't go there, but I ain't going. I'm not really mad at you.
I'm telling you, low key, I feel like Styles helped Jada when he first started off. I feel like he helped him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
I agree.
That Ghost moniker is there's a reason for that Ghost moniker. There's a reason for it.
All right,
he wrote all Puffy's raps too. So
yeah, see, for me right there, if this is my man and you putting me on game and we growing and evolving with each other, that's fine. As long as you ain't pin the pad in my shit, that's when I got an issue. If I'm pin the pad in your shit, then that's a totally different situation. Like, but
that's why
we sitting there. I mean, that's
I've actually heard an interview where Jada mentioned that him and Styles did some work on his rhymes. It was
Styles older than Jada by a bit, by like 4 or 5 years or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Can we get the groups?
For me, my consolation list.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, my consolation list is y'all gonna be mad. Drake. Gotta put Drake on there. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I love Drake. Nas.
I ain't got no problems with Drake.
Yeah, Nas. Andre 3000. Styles P. Ice Cube. T.I. Ludacris and J. Cole. I had to put Ice Cube because I grew up on Ice Cube. Y'all look young, but I grew up on Ice Cube.
No, I fucked with Ice Cube.
J. Cole is hot, bro.
That's definitely yeah. I forgot like J, because when we was talking earlier, I meant to bring up J. Cole. Mm-hmm. Like J. Cole,
we're not skipping female rappers, Sonny. Don't worry.
Yeah, he like my no, Sonny. We're not skipping
Beyonce,
them. We're not skipping them. We
Queen
just ain't our favorites. We talking about our favorites. Name your favorite
Beyonce, Queen B,
Sonny. You feel me?
Mrs. Carter.
I'm going Foxy. Since you want to bring it up, I'm gonna go Foxy. I'm gonna go Queen Latifah, Jersey. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go light on them. I'm gonna go Lauren.
Is Lauren a rapper?
Yeah. Lauren, a rapper. Like she could do both.
Okay.
It's because her album,
That's
like
what I'm saying.
all you gotta do is listen to the Fuji album.
Right.
You feel me? Like she out rapping everybody. Listen to her freestyles. You know what I mean? Like Lauren rap.
Lauren robbed us, man. That album.
And I don't know if y'all remember
album,
Lin
classic.
Q. It was a rapper back in the day. Her name was Lin Q.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Know what I mean? So
Who you got
Foxy.
top female rappers?
Definitely Foxy. You gotta have Lil Kim.
Mm-hmm.
This is one from Philly. Y'all probably don't know. Nina Ross.
yeah, I heard of her.
Oh, I heard Nina Ross. Yeah.
Okay, copy that. Nina Ross was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Too many.
I'm surprised you ain't say Bahamadia.
Oh, Bahamadia. Oh, shoot. How did I forget about Bahamadia?
Yeah.
One time for the old heads, I go with MC Light.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really a Nicki boy. I can't put her on my list.
What about Remy?
We could go with Rim.
Yeah, I go with Rim.
We could go with Rim.
That's what y'all want. Sunny says she likes Trina, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, QL. Oh, Queen Latifah, and MC Light. Okay, no doubt.
I liked Trina in the beginning. Trina fell off too fast, though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
When she was nasty, she was hot.
Oh, Rhapsody. Come
on. See, I was about to hit y'all with it. I was about to hit y'all smooth. Kind of heard me slide that in. Knowing that's on my list.
Can't believe
All
that
right.
flip.
So my top five. No, it's not in particular order. Even though I do have a number one on this list, but I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is. But my top five in no particular order is Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Cardi B, Queen Latifah, and Rhapsody. My consolation would be Foxy Brown, Eve, The Brat.
Eve, that's who the fuck I said. I'm forgetting somebody. Eve, duh.
Yeah,
Eve.
Actually, Eve could probably be in my top five. I had to slide one of the other ladies out. Eve could be in my top five.
Eve is in the top five. Copy.
Yeah.
Pitbull in the dress. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then The Brat, Meg Thee Stallion, MC Light, Young M.A. As you can see, Lauryn Hill did not appear on any of my lists. I'm sorry, no, she is not on my list. No, never.
See, I knew it was somebody. I'm sorry now.
She's just not a rapper.
How the fuck you leave Eve out?
In my book, she's not a rapper.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, she started off in a rap group.
Yeah, she did. She did.
They put out like
she evolved though
before she went solo. You feel me?
Her solo joint was too. Her solo joint was too much better than
I'll give a rap group some props. That's
what I want to get to. Rap groups.
Yep. All right. So next thing.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we can jump straight to rap groups. We can jump straight to rap. We'll do the singers next time. All right. So top.
That's what we call a tease in the business.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me get to these comments real quick. I don't want to forget the comments. Give me 1 second. Sonny did say that Remy was dope.
Yes.
Remy's had some rhymes in my book, but she's never been like a big prolific rapper to me. So I've never really.
I like Remy because
she's got some features and stuff that I really enjoyed.
Secret Location was that shit.
I like Remy because Remy could rap. Like Remy.
Yeah, Remy could rap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's never been accused of not writing her own rhymes and that kind of thing, because I think she's actually.
All the fans out there, if you get a chance, go look up the rap battle between Remy and Lady Luck.
Lady Luck, okay.
Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah. Brittany says she loves Kim and Remy. She says Meg is fucking hot. She can spit for real. Sunny says, how did she forget about Eve? And then Sunny says, what about Left Eye? You think she would have made it if she rapped?
Nah.
She would have been another one. I would never
think
put
so.
on the rap list. Yeah, even though she was the rapper in that group, she was also, she was also not like a rapper. She was, she rapped out of, that's like Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown raps, he does rap. He's not going to be on any of my list, but he raps.
All right, so hold up. Whose comment was that? Was it Brittany's?
About Left Eye.
See, this is the
That was
problem. No,
something.
about Meg. This is the
Oh,
problem
about
with
Meg.
Meg. There's no way in hell a dude is riding around blasting. You getting gunned in the car. You sucking. You can't have a dude. You know what I'm saying? Blasting this. She can be flowing on the beat and spitting all the hot shit that you heard of, but there's a 0% chance that a dude is riding around listening to this. So she gets blacklisted for being in a certain category.
And I agree with Brittany. Like that's what made me mad about Meg, because before she, I heard of her before she got famous.
Exactly.
Before her mama died.
Yep.
You feel me? And she used to rap.
Yeah.
Like she used to rap. Like go on the radio stations, freestyling. Like she used to rap. And then once she got famous, she turned into what she doing now, like what Hype said. And like I ain't trying to listen to
sells.
Yeah. But see,
I'm sorry, I'm listening to it. Fuck y'all. I'm listening to all of it. But I do agree that was what got me hooked on Meg was her stuff before, and that's what made me really get into it. And then, like you said, the first album, somebody mentioned to me about how they felt like she was kind of turning her back on her previous stuff, and was kind of like putting herself into this box, right? And I definitely didn't see it then because I wasn't really paying attention, right? And then when the new stuff started coming out, I was like, damn, okay, yeah, they right, because you haven't heard one song where it wasn't like, okay, can we go back to you maybe smacking some bitches or I don't know.
It's a Heinz point. Yeah. To Heinz point when he said sex
now
sells.
You just tricking.
But when you say sex sells, my thing is like Foxy and Kim sold sex. But if you go listen to Foxy El Nana album, like she rapping.
Yeah, exactly.
Her ass off. Like those are great rap songs.
Yeah.
Broken Silence, that album, like she's rapping and she's still selling sex. The same thing with Kim.
Yeah, that's why Rhapsody is on top of my list. Because Rhapsody is one of my favorites. She be killing it. She be killing it with the raps.
Yeah, with the raps.
Back when we talking in 97, 98 days, I liked Foxy over Kim. Because Foxy's on these joints with Beans and on these joints with Bleak, and she's holding her own. That what's the name joint she got with Juvenile and 3-6 not 3-6 Mafia, MJG and 8 Ball. She's rolling on these joints, like, and she's talking the nasty shit, but she's just rapping.
Right.
It's a different way to deliver the message. Now bitches want to talk about getting smacked with the hammer and they tricking for all this bread and hit my Cash App. That's not. I don't want to like. You know what I'm saying, I don't want to listen to that personally. Right. And I'm damn sure not gonna ride around listening to it.
So let's flip it though. Like, well, I mean, I guess actually no, both of you, this kind of conversation I can have with either one of you because y'all actually listen to real rappers, so it's different. I know y'all seen the comments though.
The words matter.
Right. But I know y'all seen the comments out there and the people flipping it on the internet about how there's men that listen to raunchy rap from other men, like like they're doing basically the same thing as the women are, but men love it. They get into it,
I like my R&B raunchy. I don't like my I ain't listening to no nigga talking about. It's like it's certain songs like we want throwing Alcanel, put it in your mouth or something like that. Then you feel me. But I'm not about to listen to a whole playlist of a nigga talking about his sex game and all that.
Right.
Not on no rap shit. Yeah, the R&B tip is different. It's different. The delivery is different. It's all about in the delivery, the way that it's coming out. That's why I said the words matter. For most people now, music is all about the instrumental. It ain't about the words. The words matter.
Yeah, indeed. She said, "What like Kevin Gates? Kevin Gates, Kevin Gates is a good rapper. I love Kevin Gates. Yeah, Kevin Gates is a really good rapper. He's got a few songs that are like that, but not his whole.
My cousin said Kevin Gates was the greatest of all time. He's out his fucking mind.
Yeah, out his fucking mind. Out his fucking mind.
My cousin said Kevin Gates was the greatest of all time.
Oh no, he's not the greatest of all time. Now Kevin Gates is another one that doesn't make bad music. Like every song that he puts out on the album is usually a good song or a great song. He doesn't put out bad music. Like I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
And to piggyback off what Hank was saying about Foxy, man, listen, just go listen to the Firm album.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You feel me? She on there with AZ and
Yeah.
Nas
Yeah.
and Nature. And
Now y'all got me rearranging my list, man. Now I got to put Foxy and Eve up there in the top
I'm
5.
still salty. I forgot Eve. How I forget Eve and she from here?
I know,
And
right? Yeah, I don't know
Bahama
how y'all forgot Eve. I was like, when y'all didn't say Eve, I'm like, how y'all don't have? I knew y'all was gonna get Eve. I was like, I don't have to put her in the top 5 now because I know y'all got.
And see,
But
this is the
ain't
crazy
Bahama
part.
Dia from Philly too?
I don't know, me.
I think Bahama
I
Dia
don't
from
know.
Philly.
Brittany
That's
said,
dope.
she said that's what she was saying about Meg. She says, I think Meg can give any female artist a good rap battle beside all the sex shit. So yeah.
Copy that.
She said, and she also said, remember when Remy came for Nicki?
Yeah.
Yeah, that joint wasn't hot though. Like,
I mean, my thing with Nicki Minaj is that I think Nicki Minaj is a good mesh of Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, especially her early stuff, and then a little bit of her recent stuff is on that whole Nick or Foxy's kind of tip, being able to rap and actually being able to put good music out that makes sense. And then she had that Lil' Kim flavor where during that her long little popular run where she had more of the sexy music going on, and then she could sing sing her ass off. So it's like she's that rapper that's that whole package, that total package rapper, female rapper. What's the name? Rhapsody though, like she's one of my favorite rappers right now, female rappers right now, because she's just got this hold on rapping from not trying to be a female rapper, or not trying to be just putting a message out, just trying to what I mean. It's like it's real rap. It's a real message, and she does just good music all the way around.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. She's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah, me too.
Female rappers. Like she's just one of my favorite rappers.
Just favorite rappers. Yeah. Me too. All right, rap groups. So I know you guys been waiting on this. Go ahead, Smooth.
Okay, Wu-Tang is for the kids. Wu-Tang is for the kids. I'm a Wu baby, so you can't tell me nothing about Wu-Tang. That's why, that's why I ain't mention Ray or Ghost and like my favorite, because they say my favorite rappers and Meth, you know what I mean? But Inspect the Deck, that deal too. I'm gonna go with Wu. I'm gonna go with Mobb Deep. Definitely a close second. I'm gonna go with Outkast. I'm gonna go with who I'm gonna do it with? How I'm gonna do this? I'm gonna go with Boot Camp Click. This is in no particular order except for Wu number 1. And I'm gonna go to Locks. And I'm just giving my honorable mentions right off the top. Like Sonny said, Sonny's just like me. I was a diehard Bone Thugs and Harmony fan. And I actually had access to the Lost Boys' first album a whole year and some change before it came out.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Some dude, my uncle
about to say how you pulled that off.
Yeah, my uncle rap, and he linked up with some dude, and I remember they came to it's at my uncle's house. Mind you, my uncle only a few years older than me. If I don't even call him uncle, I'm just giving you a description. And they played it, and I'm like, oh shit, like this my shit right here. That had when I first heard Channel Zero, all of that. So I rocks with the Lost Boys. I rocks with the Lost Boys, Sonny. That's mine.
Number 1 is absolutely the Locks. The Locks got to be number 1. I would never Major Figures.
Okay.
I'm gonna have as number 2 on my list. If you was there, you would know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Major Figures was going platinum on the streets.
Yeah.
Like
Lava, all them, yeah.
Spade, Dutch, Gilly was the shit back then. Rucky, Chops, Dirty Reek, like all of them niggas, like man, and there was a million of them. State Property.
Okay.
Nobody could go up to the radio station and bomb like State Property.
Oskino
Like,
was that deal.
Oskino,
bro, you
man.
took the words out of my mouth. I didn't mention Oskino inside the individual rappers
Man.
because I was gonna give him his
I
flowers
miss
here with the state
Oskino,
property.
man. I miss him.
Oh no, bro, Oskino still got some shit for you. Check out the appetizer series. He had to join. I'll give you a sample of that joint. It was 92 Grammy night. I was looking inside my granny drawer for stock, and I can make a mask to go and rob the corner store. Like, that's one of the opening lines of the fucking mixtape. Get there and listen to that shit. But yeah, Oskino got locked up for the most part of that run. But Oskino was the fucking best one. I mean, outside of Beans, obviously.
Yeah.
But Tough Love, the Young Guns album was the shit back in those days.
Yeah.
Now Bone Thugs was just another one. When Lazy came out spitting that shit that fast, and when you actually start to break it down, because the words matter, and you just got to say, he said what? Like, because back then you couldn't just rewind shit. You had to get the tape, fuck your tape all up to keep rewinding, try to hear what he's saying. You had to be in the house, listen to the radio all day to get it. Now the song drops and it's straight in your phone. Wasn't like that back in '94. And the last group, I don't even know if I could really go with a last group, because at some point it really just becomes the record label, and then it's like you kind of just putting everybody into the label. So I don't even want to give a fifth group. I don't have five. I got four.
Okay, no problem. All right. Sunny said that her groups are Bone Thugs, The Lox, Wu-Tang, Diplomats, and Lost Boys, and she gave a consolation gift to the Mobb Deep. She definitely went all the way back with Mobb. All dope groups. A few of those.
Mobb definitely. Mobb number 2 for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So for me, of course, Wu-Tang Clan, who, undoubtedly Wu-Tang Clan.
What came to get you? Now they want guns. Be the first to all shit. Laugh and run. Oh, my bad.
No, you good. And then number 2 for me, Outkast. Then the rest of these are no particular order. NWA, Run DMC, and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Once again, grew up on NWA, grew up on Run DMC. So I just can't get out of that mindset.
Copy that, Willie. I throw Run DMC in there as my fifth one.
And then
pay homage to the OGs.
Pay homage to the OGs. Bone Thugs, they're not local, but they local for us in Detroit because they're right there in Cleveland. And then like Hank was just talking, you just can't deny Bone Thugs.
It's Bone and Biggie.
Oh man. I want to talk about that in 1 second. Then the consolation goes to Diplomats. Always loved Cameron, always loved Jim Jones, and then having them on Rock Nation, or Rockefeller Records, rather. I'm gonna say Rock Nation. On Rockefeller Records was just everything, and then just having that whole group on there. The Lox, of course, Migos, Salt and Pepper, Lil Brother, and Onyx.
Oh, I forgot about Onyx.
Yeah, Fredro Starr, bro, like that
Sticky
group.
Fingers, man. Sticky Fingers, one of the most
Sticky
lyrical
Fingers,
dudes.
thank you.
He's one of the most lyrical dudes. People don't realize, and they'll tell you this: Wu-Tang and the Onyx saved East Coast rap.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Wu-Tang and Onyx saved East Coast rap.
Yes.
You feel me?
Onyx was so big back then; it was crazy.
Yeah, because the West Coast was dominating. West Coast was dominating.
I didn't want to do this.
What? You don't listen? You don't fuck with the Onyx?
I ain't talking about Onyx. Sunset Park, chill. That was my man. Q from Moesha. Chill.
Right. Oh, Sonny also mentioned the clips.
I didn't want to do this because it'd be late in the show. I was never a Wu-Tang guy.
What?
Wu-Tang and my beef, stole me out. I was never.
You see my face?
I know, right?
I said I didn't want to do this to y'all. Cause
he's like unpopular opinion. Oh, y'all didn't get me on Lawrence, so I'm not gonna get your NWA. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Yeah, I never caught that whole Wu-Tang wave when niggas was talking about that. Like,
Wu-Tang forever. What are you talking about? Wave Wu-Tang forever.
I don't remember those hot Wu-Tang joints, man.
What?
It was over my head.
Man. Cash rules everything around me.
We're gonna have to send you a playlist.
Yeah, we're gonna have to send you a playlist. Disappointed, Hank. I'm disappointed.
That's
everybody
House Wayne. Sonny said House Wayne.
I'm telling you, like that wave of New York, they missed me with that wave.
Wow, interesting.
Even though they from Jersey, they ain't.
I forget. Because he's one of the greatest rappers to ever do it, and it's a dope ass group. The Roots, Black Thought.
Oh, Roots, yes.
You feel me? I forgot about Black Thought.
Yeah, Black Thought.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. I just actually went and saw them in concert.
Oh, okay. I would love to see them in concert. I would love to see
awesome.
them.
It was like Questlove was there, Black Thought. They had a couple groups that was ahead of them. It was dope. It was so dope.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Questlove. That was my brother. That was his folks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was actually shocked Questlove was there because it was supposed to just be Black Thought, but then Quest showed up and it was a whole Roots concert, man. It was dope.
Yeah. I think they the ones that originally broke Eve, right?
Was it Eve or was it
Jill Scott?
It was Jill Scott, I believe.
No, I'm about to say, yeah, Eve was with
wasn't Eve on that verse? Wasn't Eve originally on that verse?
Eve was with Dr. Dre and them at first.
Oh yeah, she was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
She was. Yeah. But I thought she was on that.
It was still Interscope, wasn't it? Though that's how she ended up getting with. That's how she
was on
ended up with Rough
right.
Riders.
Yeah, that's right. That's how she ended up with there. Yeah, that's true.
How the fuck I know all that and didn't have Eve on the list though? Man.
I know, right, man? Like, dang. I know that's what you know. It's like when you're trying to come off the top, though. That'd be the thing.
And the crazy part is, bro, when we did the top 50 list on OLF, I still got the list in my phone.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't.
Okay.
I was pulling my phone out to pull the list up, and I just never got to the list. It was Eve.
Yeah, on You Got Me.
Oh, okay.
With the female, remember when he was it was a female that came in and started rapping.
Yeah,
but I don't think she was in the video.
Right. They had a lot of that happening though. You know, one person on one thing, another person another. Because you remember they did that with Erica and what's the name? And not Erica, Jill and what's the name on that one song? They ended up having to swap them out. You know,
yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I hate that when the album version be different than the video.
Yeah,
you'd be like, man, the nigga killed it on the album or the nigga killed it on the video. How come they got this nut ass version on here?
Exactly.
But that's where Meth and Mary, the All I Need joint.
Yes.
The original version ain't had Mary on it at all.
Yeah, I mean she killed it, but the original version.
That's like Biggie. What's his name? Don't Got Faith on it. What is that? One More Chance, I think, on the album.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite songs too. The original.
It don't got her on it lyrically. Chill, cuz.
Yeah, that's one of the raunchy songs, one of the raunchy rap songs from a dude that listen. That was just one of the ones.
Right.
Stroke, left stroke. What's the best stroke? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I want to go back to that one song you just sung, Hype. It was Bone Thugs featuring
Bone and Biggie. On the Dangerous. Can't too many cats make with us. Straight up.
So I went back and I listened to Notorious Thugs, and then I also listened to the song with Bone Thugs and Pac. They were the only. I believe they were the only. I believe they were the only.
Stop the press. What is the Bone Thugs and Pac song? What the hell is that?
You said what? Say again?
Yeah. Pac, I never heard of that one.
Yeah.
I am pulling up Spotify right now.
You never heard Bone and Pac?
I'm pulling up my Spotify right now, brother.
What? I thought we was about to have this conversation. What?
Thug Love featuring Tupac. Wow.
Yeah, Thug Love. So Thug Love featuring Tupac was their contribution
to Art of War. Oh no, I've never seen
it. And like I said, I believe with the exception of maybe Big L, and I don't even know if this is true. I'm just throwing a name out that I could think of that may have features with them. I think they're the only people that have features with Pac and Biggie. So, but I was when I went back and listened to it, I realized I did not like the Pac version or the Pac feature as much as I liked the Biggie feature, because I felt like Biggie killed that Notorious Thug song, and the song itself was just a great song versus the Tupac feature on Thug Love, which was dope to hear them two, Pac and then the Bone Thugs on the same song, but it just wasn't.
I'm sorry, I gotta listen to the song, y'all.
Yeah,
I think Meth fall in that category too. I think he got a song with Pac, and I know he definitely got the song with Big.
Method Man?
Yeah, he got the What on Big first album, and I think he got.
He was on.
I didn't know he had a feature on either one of them.
Yeah, he was on.
He had
Oh no, I take that back. You're right. I did know about the What.
Yeah,
you're right. But Method Man.
Shouts out to Davis McQueen.
And if it wasn't Meth, it was somebody else from the Wu. Because I think the Wu the only people that did a song that got a song with Pac, Mobb Deep, and Biggie.
Really?
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is a real song, but I just pulled up something called no, this can't be real. Nah.
Yeah, I'm about to say they will mash your joint together on you now.
Yeah, exactly.
The internet will mash your joint together on you.
Oh yeah. I got my mind made up.
Yep.
Tupac featuring that nigga Daz, Corrupt, Method Man, and Redman. I forgot all about that song.
Yep.
That's crazy. I forgot all about that. Okay, so Method Man, he's in that category too. Then got a song with Biggie and a song with Pac. Nice. Yep. The Notorious Thugs for me was the one. That was the one for me.
Biggie and the Thugs, that was my shit, bro.
Yeah, Busy. Sonny said Busy's verse on Thug Love. Yeah, that was a dope verse. And that was the thing. The song. So I think the thing about that song, it was the difference, right? Because Biggie took on the Bone Thug style on Notorious Thugs. He rapped fast. He had that bounce with it. He rode that beat, totally killed it.
He showed you that versatility.
They did Thug Love. The Bone Thug switched to Pac style and was rapping slower, more methodical, a little more. It still was their style too, because they had that dark, ominous tone in the way they did verses sometimes when they did slower songs, but they did a slower version. He didn't speed up his rap style to go with them. They slowed down with him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Biggie, so uncharacteristic.
Biggie had that versatility.
Versus, they do have, like I said, they do have some songs out there that are slower, but it's rare.
I think my thing with Pac. See, Biggie had it too, but Pac's voice. Pac had a unique voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You feel me? So when he rapped and he started getting melodic, like that shit is intoxicating, pause, for lack of a better word. You feel me? Now I mean, like when we talk about Biggie got that voice too, and that's why a lot of people love Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Sean came out, Sean had that same similar, monotone sound, and that shit just enchanting. People love that shit.
Right.
That's why I said if you was around for the times for Tupac, the way that the songs hit you was just different than anybody else's shit. Yeah. And then DMX comes like a year later and fills that void that you're not getting no more without Pac.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time, like I said, that I felt that was a thing was Jeezy. Once 04 hits and Jeezy Trap or Die hit drops.
Right.
Yeah. Do y'all think? Question before we get up out of here. I gotta get up out of here. Do y'all think we'll ever have a era like that? The 90s period.
No.
For me, I don't think you know, even though we got the J. Cole's, like I'm a huge J. Cole fan, I fuck with Kendrick. Everybody loves Drake music. Only reason why I ain't put him in the rapper joint because we all know it's kind of, you feel me, got people, you know what I mean? But as far as music, you know what I mean? He's amazing. I just don't think this era can compete with that era.
So the way I look at it is like this. And I got a perspective of it because I really listen to new music a lot. The way I look at it is like this. For us as 35 to 50 or 55, for us, there will never be a time like the 90s. There won't. I just don't think it will. Music will never hit for us the way it did back then. And I think only because, one, music is always ever evolving, right? It's always ever evolving. If it goes back to that, it'll be way after either we stop caring about trying to listen to new music or we'll be dead. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. I feel like it will get back to that eventually, but it'll be after we're dead and gone. Because things retro always comes back, right? But I feel like it's because it's just us. You know what I mean? It's what we felt back then. We were young, we were inexperienced, and it gave us experience. That music gave us experience. Just think about it like this: NWA being on the West Coast, you sitting over in Trenton, I'm over here in Detroit, he's in Philly. They brought us the West Coast.
Right.
Like nobody was bringing us the West Coast besides music. You know what I mean? Same thing with the East Coast. I didn't live in Philly. I never been to New York, but I got the New York moods, the thought processes, that being able to have something like that open your mind to new places, new people, new experiences. And that's what music does in general. But that's something that you will never feel again. Because now we're traveling. Now we have internet. Now we have, you know what I'm saying? As well as just the vibe, right? The vibe of that music. The vibe of that music, like I said, that's the trend of it. That's not coming. Like you said, you're naming acts that kind of have that vibe. Mm-hmm. But as a whole, music having that whole vibe, we probably won't see that again for 30, 40, 50 years as a whole, right? As a cohesive unit. But for kids nowadays, they have that. They do. And they feel like we did. They're getting experiences brought to them from their music. And the music that they're listening to doesn't resonate with us, but it resonates with them.
Yeah.
You know Let me piggyback on where Willie is at with this. Is the world was so much smaller for us back then that, like you saying, you had no idea what it was like being on the corner in Oakland until you got to hear one of these songs and these niggas started to describe it for you.
Spice, what I'm talking about. The shots ringing out.
Anybody on the East Coast, we thought all them West Coast niggas lived on the beach.
Exactly.
That's just what we thought.
Exactly.
So the same shit, it goes back to the beginning when we talked about this with the podcast. We got to shrink the world. I can call Willie on FaceTime and be in Detroit every day.
Yep.
I can call folks in San Francisco and Compton and here, there, and wherever and be right there on the ground and see what it looked like. Now the music doesn't have to describe it to me. So for these people now, it's not about, like I said, the words matter. The words matter if you're a certain age. These people, it's the beat matters. It's the instrumental. It's, oh, no, when the beat go ding, 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 is what they listening for. We're listening for when, no, did you hear when he switched his cadence up? And then he said, like you just said, when Biggie gets on the drum with Bone, and now he switches his whole cadence up and his style, showing the versatility. Nowadays, nigga is going to give his flow because that's how he raps, and it doesn't matter who he's rapping with. That's why I said the same shit. Like, some niggas sound like the beat just happens to be on and they talking. Because it's like, what you mean the beat drops here and it does this there and it does that there? Like, they not paying attention to none of that. And until the people require the influencer to say the words matter, it's just all about the beat and who got on the biggest fucking chain.
Yeah.
From my perspective.
Plus for music too, music is all about time and place. And when you think about back in those days, you think about when you was young and you was doing this and you was doing that. It's going to always be like that. For some 16-year-old now, in 20 years, he's going to tell you about how great all of this shit is going on now was. Because it's going to take him back to time and place.
Exactly. Yes.
My perspective, though, I look at it different. For me, it's too repetitive now.
Mm-hmm.
And so many artists sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, it was more individuality. You feel me? Like it was just like you could just go back to when we watched Rap City. You feel me? You got so many different. So when people tell me, Rap City, Yo MTV Raps, that was our versions of YouTube and IG clips or whatever. That was our version of it, right? And it was other music shows, The Box and all of that stuff. We got all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it was diversity in the sound. Now it's like once the sound hit, now everybody want to jump on that sound and make that type of music. So for me, my perspective, it became all about the bag.
Oh yeah,
all about getting the money. Even though they did it back then, it's just that everybody's
all about the bag now.
Yeah. So it's like
we just talked about Meg, right? That's the only reason she does music like this. I can guarantee you, mark my words, 3rd, 4th album by Meg Thee Stallion will go back to her roots. I guarantee you. Once she has that bag locked down, she's gonna be like, all right, now I can go back and do what I want.
Yeah.
Now I can do, Now that was something that did disappoint me with Jay-Z. He waited 12 albums to decide, okay, now I got enough money. Like, no, you didn't have to go 12 albums of
me and my boy used to always get mad at his singles.
Yeah.
Because it was like, yo, why is he dropping it? Like, I don't give a fuck about change clothes. Like, bro, you can rap.
Exactly.
You feel me? Better than 99.8% of the rappers. Give us that. You feel me? And you introspective when you want to be. Let me see that.
Right. Yeah, Sonny said true. Half of these females all talking about they fly and the cat is the best. And the men are rapping about females, money, cars, and stuff. Or pill popping, drinking, and stripping. And that's the thing. Now, for these kids nowadays, the music that they're looking for is mood music. That's all they care about. That's why, like Smooth was just saying, once a certain mood is set, then everybody's on that same mood. Once a certain type of rap or type of song is popping and making money, everybody's doing that type.
Pick it up.
Or once a particular producer is doing everything, everybody's doing that producer. Yeah. So it's like, that's the reason why Migos is on my list of groups, because Migos basically would either pioneer or would popularize a lot of these moods, and then everybody would jump on it. Like literally, they will put a song out. Not everybody's got to do that song, and that's how you drive music. You got to be. Drake is another one that does.
Yeah, he does.
He never pioneers anything, never, but he popularizes it, and then everybody's got to do it because he did it.
So this is the thing here. Back in those days, it was about the creativity and everybody trying to find their own way to make it happen. People was competitive. Now people are competitive with the different shit. I can post more money going down my arm on Instagram. It's not about I can make the hotter song, or I got the best verse, or I'm really the best rapper, even though you're selling more albums. Now it's all about what can I perceive to the people is something that's not really there. That's the whole fucking problem. Back then, like plus
perceived relevance.
These people are, sad to say, unsure of who they are. So they're not secure enough in themselves to be able to give it to you, so that they just ride the wave of whatever's hot. Like you said, they add a little xylophone into the beat. That's what we doing. Going and chopping shit. That's what we doing. We gonna go rock and roll on it. That's what we doing. That's just what everybody does, because everybody doesn't have the creative mind to build that, to do that shit. Exactly.
And just a little bit of hip hop history on that same tip, piggybacking on what you just said, Hank. As well, some of you guys may know, but as some people may not know, Future was part of Dungeon Family. And the reason Future had to start doing mumble rap was because he had to be different than everybody in Dungeon Family. That was a requirement. If you were going to get put on by Dungeon Family, and Dungeon Family is home to to groups like Outkast, to Sleepy Brown, to Goody Mob, CeeLo Green. So there's a lot of acts in that factory, in that hit factory,
and one of the requirements was that you had to have your own voice. You had to have your own voice, your own style, your own method of doing music. And Future got there, and you got all these amazing acts, top, groups, top acts, and now you got to figure out what you're gonna do next. And then he pioneered mumble rap.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the one thing I can't say to a song is, what is he saying? Like, when somebody tell you, "Oh, that joint hot," what did he say? What was hot?
Right.
Most of the time,
yeah, that's another one.
Most of the time, hype, they really just talking about people were so enamored with the drum. You feel me? The dumb follow the drum. So as long as that beat fire, you feel me?
That's why I said the instrumental is what matters now.
And whatever they saying, they got a little catchy catchphrase. It's a hit.
Right.
My thing is this though, because we was just saying like how whether you saying using Detroit, I'm in Jersey, hype in Philly, and we could get a taste of the West Coast, and you can get a taste of the we can get a taste of the Midwest, you get a taste of the East Coast. But check this out though. This how ill back in the day was, and this is to Hype's creativity point. In New York, back in the day, all the rappers didn't sound the same. Nope. You feel me? You can listen to you can go from an Onyx to a Daz Effects to a Biggie to a Jay-Z to a Wu-Tang. It was so like all them people I just named styles are completely different.
Yeah.
You feel me? Completely. You could throw LL in there. You could throw Rakim in there. Nobody really sound the same.
Right.
You feel me? Nobody.
And to piggyback on what Smooth was saying, this is exactly why I said like most of the shit that I follow is podcasts, is because what you don't want to be doing is the exact same show that these niggas are doing in Detroit or in Arkansas or in Arizona or in Denver or where the hell ever. You could be doing the exact same show with somebody else and not even know it, which is why I want to make my shit different than everybody else's. I want you to be able to, you gotta come here to get me.
Right.
You can't get me nowhere else but here.
You know what, Sonny just said that girl Coy Ray is whack. Her songs are about nothing, but she makes money off of it. You know what the sad part about Coy Ray is? The reason she makes so much money, or the reason she's so popular in the space that she's popular in,
pick it up.
The fact that she actually sounds different. That's the actual funny part about it. She actually sounds different than the rest of the females, and so people are like gravitating towards her. And she's young,
is that the one
she's pretty, so they,
girl?
She kind of fits into a category there too. But that's the funny part about it. That's it's kind of whack. The whole thing is kind of whack.
And her story,
because she's
her dad
she's Benzino's daughter. Yeah, from Double XL.
The Source.
Oh, The Source. I'm sorry. Yeah, The Source.
You feel me?
But that whole thing is crazy to me too.
Yeah, when we said that about Cory, her song "Twin of Them," that's my shit.
I know, right? Gotta love it though.
I love that shit.
It's catchy, catchy, and it makes sense, So it's like,
and to the people listening, it's a lot of these young boys I like. I like Lil Baby.
Oh yeah, Lil Baby's one of my favorite rappers.
Yeah. I like NBA Youngboy, even though I hope he get off that dumb shit and just focus on the music. Right. I like Lil Durk.
Oh yeah, like Durkio is one of my favorites too. Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like, it's like I like a lot of these. I like the Baby.
I like the Baby too. Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean, and all of them. But it's just a lot of dudes, man. Like how they say Wayne influenced everybody. A lot of this generation. You mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hendrix, man. Future, bro, like he influenced a lot of these dudes.
He influenced a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and sometimes you can't even tell who is who when you listening to him.
Exactly.
Ain't no sometimes, bro. That shit is all the time. Word in the car, on the radio, when you hear the last 4 songs playing, you like, didn't this shit just go off? This is a totally different song.
Right.
And now it's a girl, and she sounds just like these niggas do.
That's a fact.
That shit's sad.
No doubt. Well, we're about to wrap this show up. Make sure y'all check out Sunny, who's in the comments right now. Make sure y'all check her out over at IamSunny_D on IG, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok, or visit her blog over at unreservedlyme.com. Dame's not feeling well, so he's out as well. Check him out over at Another Level Up on IG, Agent D-Lo on Twitter, Shinlo21 on Twitch, and Agent Shinlo on Xbox. Smooth, let them know where to find you.
Well, y'all can catch me all the time on Twitter at eTrentonGroomy. Check out my blog, kingstruth.com. Like I said, I done started up. So it's about to get back to what it was with the interviews, the poetry, all that. So come holler at me. You already know.
My bad, y'all. The baby just went back down the steps on me, so I can get back on camera for a second. Every Tuesday, 2 o'clock, GFT Radio Network. Episode 50 is coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Let me know what you think about that. Shout out to my man Aaron Dante. He was putting niggas on a lot of game. He put me on a lot of shit too. Custom Hustle World is now the name on Instagram. I had to change it because it's more than just jerseys, and it now has a Twitter page at Custom Hustle Co on Twitter. I just got the sweatsuits in this weekend, so now we had the Custom Hustle sweatsuits, we had the custom jackets, and we still have the jerseys popping. Get at me. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Oh yeah, wristbands are on deck. There you go. You see that?
Oh yeah.
Podcast drive through.
Nice. And it's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere. I'm Willie Styles on IG and Twitter. Willie.Styles over on Snapchat and TikTok. I'm over on gamingwithstyles.com. Make sure y'all go check out my last video. I just dropped another live stream of me playing One Finger Death Punch 2. I was over there killing it. Appreciate Smooth for being in the comments when I was doing that. Check me out over at stylesradio.com for all the hot tracks that I'm listening to. WillieStyles.info for all my links.
Willie was going to work.
Oh man, I was working them, wasn't I?
That was
slicing and dicing them. They was trying to get me a couple times. They was coming out footwork.
They was on Willie, they was on Willie ass. I had to tell you that everywhere he turned, they was right
everywhere
there.
I turned, they was on me. They was coming out. I was like, what's going on? I'm all asking for more, but I'm like, hopefully nobody sends me anymore. Hopefully they don't. Well, that's our show for tonight, folks. Appreciate everybody for watching us. We will catch y'all on the next one. GFT Radio.